If you think your best friend is your sister, my sister, you better wake up and smell the ginger, because the person eating from the same plate with you today might be the same person planning to relocate your husband to our own bedroom tomorrow. Let me tell you the story of Zuri, Tunde, and the ultimate snake under the green grass, known as Ife. You see, Zuri and Tunde were the real deal. They were that couple that made everybody else feel single, even if you were married. Tunde loved Zuri to stupor. We are talking about the kind of love that makes a billionaire go to the kitchen to fry dodo for his wife at 2 a.m. Tunde was the type of man who would buy Zuri a bouquet of flowers just because it was Tuesday. He would look at her like she was the only woman with 2 heads in the whole of Lagos. Their wedding, it was a shutdown. People still talk about it till date. Tunde spared no expense because, according to him, Zuri was his personal person and his full option. But you see, this life, fear people, especially the ones that call you bestie. Ife was Zuri's right-hand person. They grew up together, did everything together. But what Zuri did not know was that Ife had been eyeing Tunde since the day he brought a brand new Range Rover to propose to her. Ife was a professional baddie on a budget. She was always looking for the fast lane, while Zuri was busy working hard as an architect. Ife's plan was tactical. It wasn't a one-day thing, no. She started by being the helper. Every time Zuri was busy at a construction site, Ife would show up at the house with a cooler of Tunde's favorite afang soup. She would tell Tunde, Zuri is so busy with work. I didn't want you to starve. You know, she's a career woman. Let me help her take good care of the home front. She was playing the godmother role while aiming for the wife title. Then she started the pity party strategy. She would go to Tunde's office crying that her landlord was harassing her or that her car broke down. Tunde, being a mugu, or will I say a mumu for love and a nice guy, would help her. One day, after a long fake crying session in his office, she accidentally spilled coffee on Tunde's shirt. While she was cleaning his shirt, she whispered, "Tunde, you are too good for a woman who is never at home. If I were the one married to you, you would be treated like a king every single second." That was how the situationship started. From thank you for the soup to come over, Zuri is traveling. They started seeing each other in secret hotels on the outskirts of Lagos. Ife was giving him all the Gbas Gbos he wasn't getting at home because Zuri was too tired from work. She was using juju level manipulation, telling Tunde Zuri was cheating on him with her contractors. And Tunde, whose head was already spinning, started believing the lies. The day the bomb dropped was when Zuri came back home from a business trip to find Ife in her kitchen, wearing her personalized Mrs. T apron, frying plantain like she owned the house. Tunde didn't even apologize. He just said, "Zuri, the vibe is gone. Ife understands my soul. She knows me better than you do." Ife just looked at Zuri and said, "Bestie, don't be mad. It's not my fault your husband prefers premium content over your basic cable." Zuri didn't scream. She did not fight though. She just took her small suitcase and left the house. Ife thought she had secured the bag. She started posting life of a billionaire's wife on TikTok, doing transition videos with Tunde's credit cards, tagging it #new beginnings, #my best friend's ex is my next. She was living her best life, chopping Tunde's money like it was going out of fashion. Ife lived the dream. She swapped her mother's apartment for a mansion in Banana Island. She drove a custom G-Wagon. She bought every designer bag in the mall. She was oppressing everybody on the timeline. But wait for the main event. 6 months later, Tunde decided to launch his biggest project, a multi-billionaire estate. He put everything into it. Ife was the one managing the PR, blowing money on influencers and expensive champagne for the launch party. She was walking around the party like a peacock that just won the lottery, her diamonds shining brighter than her future. Suddenly, the music stopped. A man in a black suit walks up to the stage. It wasn't a waiter, it was a court bailiff. Behind him was Zuri, looking like $1 million bill. followed by a team of lawyers. Zuri took the microphone and smiled. She said, "Ife, you told me I was basic cable, abi? Well, I'm here to tell you that this entire estate, this house you are living in, and even the car you drove here today, they are all under my name. You see, when Tunde and I started, he didn't have a kobo. My father provided the capital and all the properties were registered under my family trust, and Tunde was just a manager." The crowd went silent. You could hear a pin drop. Zuri continued, "And because Tunde used company funds to buy you that 50 million naira ring and your Baddie lifestyle, the board has sued him for embezzlement. Tunde, you are fired. Ife, the police are outside because the PR firm you used to launder that money is under investigation for tax evasion." Ife's face turned from Baddie to God Abeg. She tried to run, but her 6-inch heels betrayed her. She tripped and fell right into the 3-tier cake she had ordered to brag. She was covered in strawberry frosting and shame. Tunde was crying, "Zuri, please, she tempted me. It was the devil." Zuri just looked at him and said, "The devil didn't do anything. You were just greedy." Then she turned to Ife and said, "You didn't just steal a husband, Ife. You inherited his debt. Since you are legally his wife and now I am the majority shareholder, I will be taking back the keys to the house by midnight." As the police led Tunde away and the security kicked Ife out of the venue, Zuri took a sip of her champagne and told the DJ, "Play me Last Last by Burna Boy. Everybody go chop breakfast." Tunde was sentenced to 5 years in prison because of the prenuptial agreements Ife had eagerly signed, thinking it protected her. She was held liable for all the consultancy fee she had stolen. Today, Ife is back in a 1-bedroom apartment on the mainland. If you go on Facebook Live, you will see her sweating, trying to sell hair extensions to pay off her legal fees. No more Banana Island. Just, "Please share my live video. Please buy my hair." Meanwhile, Zuri just broke the ground on the largest building project in West Africa. And that, my people, is how the table turns. Karma does not need a GPS. It always finds the address of a betrayer. Never build your throne on the ashes of a bridge you burned. I hope you enjoyed every bit of this story. Please don't forget to like this video, drop a comment and share. Bye and see you in the next one.